It's like what it is it's kind of it's like two Nature Valley bars, and in between them is almond butter.
Okay.
It's really good.
I'm not gonna like that.
Why?
I don't like Nature Valley bars.
Oh, well.
I never
All right.
really did, and they were always just like forced on me as a kid.
I feel like they were just everywhere. Like
Yeah,
it was the thing to buy for like a school activity or something.
I know. And then the mess was everywhere.
But these don't make a mess because the goop holds it together.
I know, but I just think I've moved on from Nature Valley.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you, she's back.
Good for her.
Okay. What a great cold open. So we didn't
Yeah.
even plan. Hello, everyone, and welcome to
Baby, that's conned.
a conversational podcast about all of our favorite content.
I'm Kip, your newly knowledgeable Wiccanista.
And I'm Joseph, the old Wiccanista.
You are old. How are you?
I'm doing great on this fabulous Wednesday recording day.
Great. That's good. I'm making it.
You've been through.
I've been through. I was I got pulled into a business dinner last night, which in theory is fun because you get a free dinner, which is nice, and it was with people that I like, so that was fun. But it was unclear to me if I was going to have to go to this dinner because it had been mentioned to me, I would say 3 weeks ago, but there was never an actual invite sent, and no one ever asked if I was coming and told me where it was or what time it was. So I was like, okay, I knew it was happening, but I was like, I'm probably not going to this dinner. And then I'm in a meeting and it's like 4:30 and they're like, are you coming to dinner? And I was like, okay, I guess I have to come to this dinner. But it was at 5:30, which is a great time for me because that is approximately what time I want to start eating my dinner. But somehow, like, business dinners just have this way of turning into like 2.5 to 3 hour things. Like, somehow, it takes forever for people to decide what they want. And then all of a sudden, the meal's like over, but actually, no, we're going to order 8 desserts for a table of 10. And, and then they'll bring the bill and then no one will pay. And then when someone finally puts their card down, they will not come pick it up. And then you're home at 9 o'clock when you thought you'd be home early because it started at 5:30.
Yeah. It's a scam because you have the allure of like a nice free dinner,
Yeah,
but it's not worth it.
I know. We had it at a place where someone had previously seen John Stamos, but I didn't see John Stamos. So
Did you see, speaking of John Stamos, he's getting dragged online.
it's so crazy. Like, dude, you're either shaving your head in solidarity or you're just not.
He's
don't
not.
get to do the Right, so you get the same amount of credit as I get for my solidarity with my full head of hair.
I don't even understand the thought behind it. It's wild.
Yeah, I don't actually know. I mean, maybe he's like filming a movie where he just like has to have his hair right now or something is the most logical explanation. But I'm going to choose to believe that he just didn't want to give it up.
Well, surely they could give him a wig.
People have also been talking about how the quality of wigs in movies has just absolutely like fallen off. Like back in the day, everyone wore wigs and you could never tell. And now like everyone in these terrible movies, like Nicole Kidman in that Netflix one that came out like a month or two ago with Zac Efron. He's just wearing like this terrible wig and it's so clear that that's what it is.
Well, it could just be budgets. I heard that budgets are going down.
Yeah. But someone on Twitter made the funniest joke of like me putting my arm inside my shirt for my friend with one arm. It really got me.
Okay, that would be a funny photo though. Like I feel like just two friends like doing something stupid like that is funny.
Yeah.
But John Stamos, it was a good bald cap, I'll say that.
Okay, it was, except he looked like an egg because you could literally see they had to form it over his hair, so it looks like this.
Well, that's what I look like bald anyways, with no hair under there. So
how do you know?
Because I've shaved my head before.
Oh my god. I don't know if I knew this. Like all the way? Or
yeah,
just
like
buzzed?
full Britney.
Wow.
Not a half Britney, a full Britney. And I will tell you, it was college and I was going through it.
This makes sense. Yeah, it is this thing of like being a man and potentially losing your hair. And like, my husband is a shaved headed man because he was losing his hair. But he can really rock it. I just don't think I could. And at this time, I don't think I'm losing my hair. But we'll see. And I don't really have a backup plan. Because I also don't want to go to Turkey and get the surgery.
Yeah.
Have you seen...
I think mine is starting to go.
Oh, God.
Like, it's starting to go here in the corners.
Okay. Yeah,
so
that's where it goes.
I think I'm gonna have to start taking the medications because I do not want to lose my hair.
Yeah, people were telling me like taking the pill is bad. I think I mentioned this already, but I started taking a supplement for it and just made hair grow everywhere and including places I didn't want it. Oh. So I would recommend the topical applications rather than the oral medications. Okay. But yeah, individual results can and will vary. And I'm not a doctor.
That's true.
But I can play one.
On TV or in the bedroom?
Anywhere I'm asked.
Have you ever done anything like that before?
Roleplay? Not like really.
Yeah. I did one time, and it was very awkward.
I can't imagine actually like doing it. Like,
yeah, it's like it literally feels like you're filming a bad porn movie. It was my experience.
That is what I have in my head. Should we roleplay? Do you want to be doctor or patient?
I'll be Dr. Dillerman. Dr. Dildoman.
I'll be anonymous patient who is 18. 18 plus, even.
Okay. That's good. Knock, knock.
Enter.
Hello, I'm Dr. Dildoman.
Hello, doctor. Come in.
Oh. Thank you. I don't know what gender you are. But I don't want to assume.
I'm probably man.
It didn't sound like it.
Oh, I was playing man. Sorry. I just have gay voice.
Well.
Which I think you know.
Thank you, young man. What seems to be bothering you today?
My knee. Or am I supposed to say, like, my hole?
You're supposed to say, like, I pulled a muscle in my crotch or something.
Oh, yeah. See, this is why I can't do it.
Yeah, it's very, like... I feel like it just turns awkward trying to do it. I don't know.
No, 100%. Maybe I'd be better.
So we're cutting that, right?
I think so, but it was fun.
We'll see.
Okay, and we're back. I just had a great visit with the doctor. I feel
Oh boy.
relief. Oh my god, the other hilarious thing that I saw. Do you follow David Archuleta on Instagram?
No, I do not.
Okay, it is a fun follow if you think he's cute, which I do. But if you don't, you shouldn't follow him. Um,
So I won't follow.
okay. But it was the funniest thing. He posted some stories this weekend. And he was like, having a great Friendsgiving. And then he cuts to the table. This was not a Friendsgiving. It was fully just like a picnic. It was just like bags of chips and like snacks. Like it was in no way a Friendsgiving in this very hilarious way. Because like obviously for it to be Friendsgiving, you don't have to like make a turkey, but I do think the concept of Friendsgiving is that you're having like a meal. You're not just hanging out at the park with like the chips you might bring on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
It was really funny. And I wish I'd screenshotted it to include.
Well, you can send it later. Have you
But
ever done that? I've only had like one awkward Friendsgiving with my ex, and it was like after the period where we broke up, but then like got back together. So I had to go to his friend's house after that, and it was not the tea.
oh my god, that's the worst. Not really. I have had Thanksgiving with friends in Seattle when I was working for Amazon. Because we all had to work on fucking Thanksgiving. So it was like all the food was there and we were all there, but just like open on those like stupid HP laptops, just like working away. And I was like the only one like not working. And I was like, what are we doing here? Like, there's nothing to fix.
Yeah, that's not the best.
Yeah. Says that was the only one I've had so far, but I am gonna have one in London next week. So that will be fun. I hope.
It better be.
So true.
Thanksgiving is already like kind of boring, so
Yeah,
you
that's
gotta jazz
true.
it up.
What are your Thanksgiving plans?
Well, I'll be at my sister's house. My parents are coming down, and I don't know. I said we need to make a new tradition, so I'm gonna come up with something fun that we can do every year.
Like an activity?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, still working on it, so don't don't ask too many questions.
Well, I was trying to see if I could be helpful, but probably I can't.
Yeah, it's hard to think of something that's fun for like a family
Well, you also have
of all
like
ages.
I was gonna say no offense, but you have all ages. Very young to
Yeah,
like
well, like
kind of old.
what I would want to do is like do like Chinese food Thanksgiving, like because I'm Chinese. Um, but then it's like you're robbing the children of like the whatever traditional experience where they're like go to school and all the kids are like, we had turkey on Thanksgiving, and they'll be like, well, I didn't.
I know what you're saying. I don't remember ever talking about my turkey at school.
Well, must not have been good.
What Thanksgiving foods do you like?
My favorite thing was always my mom makes this like potato casserole thing,
Okay.
and it's a very, in my opinion, it's a very good. I
Is
don't
it
think turkey's
like
that great.
yeah? Is it like cheesy, sour creamy?
So it's what is it? It's like cream of mushroom condensed soup
Okay.
with frozen cubed hash brown potatoes. I mean, you could use real potatoes too, but um, those are the main ingredients, like probably butter, maybe some cheese. I don't think there's sour cream in it. It's more savory
Got it.
than tangy.
And what else?
Oh, and I don't care for turkey so much, so I always get ham. Like a honey baked ham is so
Oh
slay.
yeah. A honey baked ham is slay. We can agree on that. That makes sense. I also don't love turkey, but I always get a slice or two. Of course. Um, my favorite. Okay, number one, I love stuffing, but I don't like the stuffing that they put in the turkey. Like that is gross. I like stuffing that they bake on its own. Um, I love. I don't love mashed potatoes, but I do love gravy. I do love rolls, and I do love like a funeral potato, which is like sour cream and cheesy and stuff. Like that's delicious to me. And then my great aunt would always make these amazing buttered peas. And I fucking love those butter peas. I would go to the mat for the peas. And I love olives. And as a kid, I would put olives on all my little fingies and I would dip them in the ranch. And that's how I was a sort of chunky teen.
I see, it's all coming together now.
Yeah. Our biggest tradition, which I actually still really love and want to continue, is like for dessert, there would be pies, of course. But everyone was mostly excited about the See's candy. And we would always just bring like a huge box of See's candy would be someone's assignment. And I really love that tradition because I love candy, I love See's, and we'd only really have it at Thanksgiving and Christmas.
That's a fun one. I never really liked C's candies growing up. Like, I guess I didn't like chocolate very much.
Oh, it is
But
chocolate.com.
now, oh my god, I love C's candy.
When I wasn't trying to watch my figure for my birthday, I would go buy myself a box of peanut butter doll. It's very easy
That's
to see how
good.
I've gotten to where I am. You pay attention to the clues.
Well, we like our little treats, okay?
Yeah, sometimes it's the only thing keeping you going.
Truly.
Yeah. It begs the question, am I too mean to myself? But I don't think so.
What does other you think?
I don't know. Other people think I am too mean to myself, but it's got me this far.
Well, it's like maybe I'm mean to myself, but I'm also equally mean to other people.
So true.
uh, I don't really think I'm mean to people.
I'm
Do
not
you?
either, but like, do I think you are? No.
Good
No,
answer.
I don't think you are. I actually think you're too forgiving. I think we
I
need
am
a little more
such a
snip
nice
snip.
person. I think I am really a nice person, but I really do wish I could be mean because I'm thinking it. I just don't say it.
I mean, I believe in you. I'm a pretty mixed. Like I am a good person at heart and I am nice, but I really have no patience anymore. And yeah, that can really come out sometimes.
I think sometimes you do let it rip, which
I
is
really
funny.
do. I can't even help myself is the thing. It's
Yeah. When I get
most
really mad, oh, you go.
for me it's most likely to come out when I'm in like some sort of just say customer service scenario, like food or airlines or hotels or whatever it is. And when I know the rule for a fact and I know like what I'm supposed to be receiving as part of what I've paid for and I'm not getting it and someone's trying to tell me that's not true and I can prove it, like I have no patience to walk them through it. I'm like so mad that we're even here and I'm like that's when it's most likely to come out.
Yeah, I hear you.
What gets you going, gal?
The only thing that makes me really, really mad is like when people treat other people like they're shit, like that their time is more important than yours, or like they're better than you or smarter than you. Because in my head, I'm like, I'm truly so much better than you. So for you to be treating me like this is
Yeah.
insane behavior. It's like, that's what goes on in my head, which is probably bad to admit. But it just annoys me, like, especially when people take advantage of other people. I feel like I'm supposed to stick up for them, but usually I get like so mad that I have to keep my mouth shut because if I say something, I know it's gonna like go crazy. Like,
Yeah.
it'll be too bad, too harsh. So most of the time, I just don't say anything.
Yeah, that makes sense. Um, yeah. But I am a nice person. I do a lot of nice things out in the world. Like I always return other people's shopping carts for them, or if someone drops something, I always pick it up. Or um, I don't know, like I donated to the food bank recently because they were doing a neighborhood food collection, and I don't really keep food in the house.
Yeah, same, TBH.
Um, I'm also a great friend. Like I'll drop anything. Like if you were in the hospital and you're like, I need you to come down, I would just like do it. Which I think is true of a lot of people, but I think it's definitely true of me.
I think it's less true than you would think, really, to be honest.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
maybe I cut this, but I will say it is very not shocking to me, like how many people have like not listened to our podcast that I consider to be like very good friends. It's like you
oh,
couldn't even listen to one episode.
yeah. I will say for me, I guess like I'm doing this for me, more than
Yeah,
so I'm just like having fun doing it, and I get if someone's not all that interested in listening. But to your point, it is nice to listen to one episode as a sign
yeah.
of support.
It's like you listen to one and you're like, oh, it was so funny. Keep doing it. Like, just
Yeah.
just give me that.
Well, I want to give a huge shout out to my friend TJ, who you've met, who has listened to every episode and text me about
Oh my
them.
god, listener of the week.
My listener every week.
We love them.
He's really fun. Oh, I don't know if he's listened to the episode with Izzy yet because I haven't heard about that one. And I'm like, that's a great
Oh,
episode.
that is a funny one.
But it just came out yesterday, so we have to give him grace.
Yeah. It's like when I did the AIDS Lifecycle and I realized how hard it was to get donations from people that I thought I was like decently close to. Like all of
Yeah.
my super close circle obviously donated, but like other people that I would see all the time in person, like so many of them would never donated like even like $5, like I'm not
Yeah.
expecting everyone to donate hundreds of dollars, but like I feel like people really can let you down sometimes.
Yeah, that's fair. Are you doing it this year? I feel like I'm unclear.
Well, I have not signed up, so I don't really think I'm doing it. But also, like, if we leave the country, then Ruben's not doing it either.
Okay, well, I'll wait to donate till we find out.
Well, you don't have to donate to me.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I saw you posted a ride the other week, recently.
Yeah. Okay. This is a big L that I never talked about. Is we went on this bike ride. I got my bike like all tuned up because it's been basically sitting in a shed for literally 4 years or longer. So I did not ride it a single time since COVID happened, which is like when everybody was riding their bikes.
Yeah.
um, so like they assured me like everything was good, and I was like, the chain's been sitting there for 4 years. Like, you're sure it's okay? And they're like, yeah, like just give it a test ride. Like everything should be fine. So Ruben and I go on this bike ride. He has like a brand new bike that he just bought, so he's all excited, and we're riding, and we're like almost like a mile or two in, the chain starts skipping, which is like not the end of the world, but what happens is the pedals like start like doing like a weird like
Oh yeah.
staggering thing where it feels like you're losing your footing from out from underneath you. So I was like, okay, that's irritating. And then about 3 miles in, the chain just falls off of the the chain didn't break, but it fell off the gears.
Deep
So
it down.
yeah. So then we had to pull over, and I had to like go into a cafe to get napkins because if you touch the chain, it's like full of grease and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
So I put the chain back on, and I'm like, I'm not going to continue on this ride because I know it's going to happen again. So we had to like turn around, and we were going to do like probably like a 20-mile ride. And then we just had to go home. It turned into like a 6-mile ride, like 3 out and 3 back. And then in true humorous fashion, as soon as we arrived at our house, the chain fell off again.
Okay, but I'm glad you made it back.
So yeah, I'm irritated. And then I haven't had time to go take it back and be like, you lied to me.
Then be like, that was weeks ago. We don't believe you.
What made me mad is that they said they had test ridden it. And I know if they had test ridden it, they would have realized that.
Yeah. No, people lie.
I wouldn't lie. I've never lied. But turns out other people do.
Oh, yeah, I don't mind a lie here or there. They can really come in handy.
Well, I wouldn't know.
If I worked at a bike shop, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to ride every damn bike. I don't think so.
But presumably, if you work there, you like bikes.
I had to work a lot of places I didn't like, honey. I don't think that's true.
Yeah, but these are like 40-year-old men. Like, I don't know.
What retail shop would you enjoy working in if the stakes were low?
I think I'd want to be in a coffee shop. Like, not Starbucks, but like a regular.
Yeah, you need one that's slow and people can't submit thousands of online Glinda orders.
Yeah. I want a coffee shop that's like, we only do lattes, cappuccinos, black coffee drip, like a purist coffee shop.
Yeah. Like Rays on Girls.
What would you do? Oh, I went to Nordstrom this weekend and I thought about you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's just tough to say because I did so much of that work at a time when I desperately needed the money, so it really was colored by that. But I think would be fun if I want to own a bar. I don't know if that counts. Well, if coffee shop counts, bar counts. No offense.
Well, you said like work in it, not own it. It's a different question.
Okay, well, but in the universe where money is no object, then I also choose bar.
I think owning a bar would honestly be too much work. Like, I think everything about it is a nightmare, probably.
Yeah, I did talk to the owner of Revolver one time where he did give me a rundown of it. And at the time, he told me how much money he was making a year from it. And at the time, I thought that was a lot of money. And at this time, I don't think it is anymore.
Yeah. Correct. I think like out of all the businesses to be owners of, restaurants and bars and clubs is probably the worst businesses.
Yeah. No, I think that's true. But I'm
Unless
thinking
you're
just like the neighborhood gay bar where, you know, not all that much has to change.
Well, could be fun in theory.
Indeed. Okay, so that was your L of the week. Okay, my L of the week. Have you seen Hot Frosty?
No. Is that a movie?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. And it's the concept is really fun. It's like a Frosty the Snowman comes to life, but he turns into like a sexy man. And Lacey Chabert of Mean Girls fame is like a cafe owner, and she puts the scarf on a Hot Frosty, and they like, you know, fall in love. Of course.
Wait, which one is Lacey?
She is Gretchen.
Gretchen. Why can't I can only picture original. Is
Gretchen
that her?
Gretchen Wieners. Yeah. Her
Original
father
Mean Girls.
Yeah, and Toaster Strudel.
Oh, I was thinking the new one.
No.
Movie musical one.
No. We don't discuss that one. I mean, I didn't mind it, but like, Mean Girls is like Mean Girls, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, but my L of the week is that Hot Frosty was not hot! He has the craziest face. This is mean, but I
I think
stand by
that
it.
is normal.
Okay, well, I don't.
Like, people be saying all these men are hot, and I'm like, where?
I mean, I will say, like, I'm looking at his normal face, and he looks kind of good looking there. But as Hot Frosty, maybe they did something to his face. He literally looks like, okay, you know the Emperor animated movie?
The Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah, I almost said the Emperor's New Clothes. The Emperor's New Groove. He looks like the like law.
That's bad.
It was really disappointing for me as someone who was really needing a win.
Well, you went to the wrong place. Hot Frosty to me just sounds like a disgusting, deplorable sex act.
Also true.
Like, isn't there something that sounds similar to that?
I'm. You're sending me back in time here.
It's giving like rusty trombone, like something like that.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. Like you're gonna give him a hot Frosty. Like, it just sounds so gross.
Hot Frosty with a jelly donut.
Don't want to know what that is.
Oh my god. Or remember what was the one like Donkey Punch?
A donkey punch.
I forget the details.
Wait, what is that? It's like when you punch them in the balls, like when they're orgasming or something.
Yeah, it's something like that. I don't know. I actually don't remember everything. There was also one with like a pirate where you. Oh yeah. Okay, we have to cut this, but you go in their eye. You kick him in the leg.
Okay. Well, I don't know if that's real, but
I don't know if any of them are real, but that's the funniest one.
okay, so that's definitely staying in.
Okay. It probably can.
Oh boy.
So that's my L of the week. Hot Frosty is ugly, but I'm sure he has a great personality, and he had really good arms. I think that's how he must have booked the role.
Oh. That's a very key component of being Frosty the Snowman is good arms.
Yeah, he had a good body, of course, but it's that classic thing of like got a good body because he didn't have a good face.
Well, I have the opposite.
Same. Do you have a win of the week?
Okay, so the L I already shared was from 2 weeks ago, so can I share a new L?
Sure.
I had a
Real
lot
your
of L's
oyster.
recently, okay.
Understood.
Okay, so I mentioned I didn't say the mall, but I was at the mall this weekend where I actually bought this shirt, which
Okay.
I am enjoying.
You look
And
nice.
I went
It's just
to
funny to
this-
see you in like a businessman shirt.
Oh, thank you. I guess.
You're welcome.
I mean, I think it's like more casual than it appears. Like it has these. I can't. Like the camera keeps moving, but anyways, I go to this store and they have like the shirts have like regular fit and slim fit, and so he's asking me like, which one do you want to try on? And I was like, well, probably the regular fit. And he like looks at me and he goes, I think you should try the slim because like I also have a little bit of a belly and it fits me well.
He said that? I don't know. If you'd
God.
already seen Wicked, you might want to just end it.
Can you believe? I was like, okay. So of course I take the slim fit and of course it doesn't fit well. I would say it fits like exactly perfect, like skin tight but if I like stop sucking it in, it's gonna look bad.
Oh my god. That's a big
So,
L.
anyways, I went with the medium regular.
A great size. Also tends to be my
I do
size.
feel like he felt a little bad after. He was like, "Why don't you try like the large slim fit?" And like that could be like a mix of both. And then it was just too long.
Yeah. He needs to hang it up.
Like, are you trying to sell clothes? You're supposed to like
I feel like you
sell
need to
the
name the
fantasy that they look
store.
great.
Let's
Huh?
change the store. What's the name
Okay,
of the
well, I don't want
store?
to give the name because I'm ashamed of having been there. Because I hate the concept. Okay, so I'll say this. I was shopping for family members who I do know like the store. So that's why we went in there. But as you know, when I go shopping for other people, I'm always really shopping for me.
I know. It's a
So I found
nightmare.
something I liked. And so the store was Untuck It, which their
Okay.
whole thing is like shirts that aren't meant to be tucked in.
Got it. Sounds lovely.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. But their floor people are chopped.
I could never imagine saying to someone else. I also have a belly. What? Oh my
Well, I feel
god.
like the store kind of caters to like bigger people and like schlubby straight men, which is like why I was like, I'm ashamed that I went there because I don't consider myself to be either of those two things.
Sure.
But yeah, that's how I got hate crime.
Got it. That is crazy. Well, I don't have a second L for once.
You have a W?
My W of the week, yeah, I got to see Sabrina Carpenter on Friday, and it was just the most fun like pop show I've seen in a long time. It was just the cutest set and such a good set list, and she just really put on a great show in a way that I just didn't quite expect. Um, and it was so fun. And I got free tickets. And we were in a suite. And then in the suite next to us was, it turned out, the Peacock suite. It was full of
Oh,
influencers, including Chriselle, who is in Hot Frosty.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she doesn't, I
Chriselle,
don't
like
think,
from Selling
Selling
Sunset
Sunset. Yeah,
and whatever else she's from, I don't remember.
that's like the main thing, but yeah. She's beautiful, and she really is like. Brendan's seen her around a few times. It was my first time, but she's always in like an absolute like gown. She was in heels and like an adorable little dress and like fully made up and just like it was just very funny because we went to dinner first and we looked okay, but like we were just like there to have a good time and not worried about how we looked. And so to be next to the influencer suite was just like a real funny moment.
Yeah, she was getting that content, baby.
Yeah. But it was crazy too because like okay, she was fine. She was in the corner. She was hanging out with Chris Appleton, Lucas Gage's ex. But then next to us, because there was a glass divider, but like it's glass, so you could see through it, were the Marr sisters. I guess one of them is on Dancing with the Stars. Um, Anyways, it was just crazy to watch, and I don't know who was doing what, but like they all had brought their like ring lights and stuff, so they were like lighting their own selfies.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
and so you would see them like pose and put on this crazy face and all these things, and then just like go back to being normal and having a normal time. Including in the middle of this one song, like they're just kind of singing, dancing, having a good time, and then they literally turn on the cameras, act like they're having the time of their goddamn lives for like 15 seconds, and then like turn it off, and it just goes back to normal. It was the craziest thing to watch happen.
I will say, as a fellow aspiring content creator,
Sure.
you shooby dooby doo be having to do that.
Well, yeah,
It's
that's what I
like,
learned.
just think of it as like for the vine, but it's for the cont.
Yeah, for sure. I'm into it in terms of like a comedic bit. Like, obviously, I'm not hilarious 24/7, but I don't want to pretend like I'm having the time of my life when I just am not for content for me.
I have a theory. Okay, tell me what you think.
Okay.
I think that all annoying, irritating things that people do online are because someone once did it as a joke and everybody else takes it seriously when they replicate it, and now they do it to be serious. But originally it started as a joke.
I mean, I certainly think that's possible.
Like the concept of being at a concert and filming yourself dancing, not paying attention, is a hilarious joke.
That is
But
a
it's
hilarious
so
joke.
normalized now that because everybody does it and posts it online,
Yeah.
you don't see it as a joke. But like, surely the first person to do it was like, this is hilarious.
Yeah. No, you're right about that. That is hilarious. Interesting. The other crazy thing that happened there was the number of parents who brought children to the show. Like, this was a sold out show, and it's like a sexy, slutty show. Like, she is just straight up like pretending to get railed at various multiple times
Yeah.
throughout the show. And her songs are all about sex too, which is fun. I just think that like parents must have just heard like the radio version of like Espresso and Please Please Please, and their kids wanted to go and they got them tickets. But I just like there's these moments where she's literally like simulating sex, and I'm just looking around at these parents who are just watching the show, and I'm like, and we're talking like 6, 8, 10-year-olds, not like 14-year-olds. It was crazy.
I would say, here's my hot take. I don't think
Yeah.
children should go to concerts at all.
Oh, I agree.
It's like, you're too young. I feel like when
Yeah.
I was a kid, it was like, you have to be a certain age to go to a concert. It was like kind of how my parents made it.
Yeah, they're like crazy environments. My parents took me to like, obviously went to like sort of more like auditorium style, like we're just listening to somebody play a piano and sing. Obviously, like
Yeah.
younger kids can do those if they can behave well. But my first real concert, I was like 15.
Yeah. That makes more sense. So, in the same vein, my niece came home from school. She's 6 years old, singing Hot to Go and having a whole choreographed, like, hand dance to it.
My niece
And I'm
also
like,
knows
this
this
is
song and
not
the dance.
appropriate for a 6-year-old.
Yeah. I will say that song in particular is the perfect one for kids to learn.
Why?
Because like HOTTOGO, like you're telling me that's not going to resonate with a 9-year-old or a 6-year-old?
Yeah, but that's not an appropriate thing for a 6-year-old to be saying.
I know that, but like here we are.
Yeah, and I don't like it.
I'm just saying, like, I'm sure that has come on the radio and just like made its way through school like wildfire.
I guess, but that's how they end up at the concert.
That's true. I know. The Taylor Swift of it all too is like, it's just like you have all these like 20 and 30 somethings who are like so desperate to go and will spend all this money. And then you just have these rich parents who don't care, who are taking their like 10-year-olds to see the show. And it's like, good for you. And your kid will always remember that. But it is also very much like, wow.
Yeah.
It's just one
Taylor
thing to
Swift show
identify.
sounds more child friendly, though.
Sort of. I know, but like yes, and if you're in your 20s, 30s, and you really like identify with Taylor Swift, particularly like over say the last 10 years in particular, like it's a lot of breakups and love songs and like connecting over adult things or at very least mid-teens things.
Yeah.
Whereas like if you're 10, like my nieces love her too, but it's like they just like that the songs sound fun. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I was listening to Taylor Swift in the car with my niece because I know she likes her. And one of the songs came on from Tortured Poets Department, and she's like, Daddy says I'm not supposed to listen to this song. I don't remember what it was. But
Which song was it? Oh, you gotta remember.
yeah.
Tortured Poets has grown on me.
I liked it a lot when it first came out, but it doesn't have any like lasting stay for me, I feel like.
Oh, I've been listening to it more recently. This is maybe not a hot take because I think everyone said it, but yeah, there's 31 songs on that extended, and like it should have been 15. There's 15 good ones, and like as I have listened to the whole thing again and again, once like Thank You Amy I actually really like, but then once we get to like um I don't know, Cassandra or Peter the Bolter, I don't know. Towards the end there, I'm like, what? How did this make it through?
Oh, I like the Bolter. I think it's fun.
I'd have to. I was just pulling up the track list. Maybe I like that one too. But there are definitely some that I'm like, what happened here? But I love So High
Yeah,
School.
I like to listen to it in two parts. So to me, it's like the original album is one album, and then the other one's just like another album. That's kind of how
Yeah.
I do it.
They
Because it's
just came
just
out the
too
same
much. When
day.
she first released it, I was like, this is too much. And I literally only listened to the first half, I guess, at a time.
Yeah. What's your number one favorite song, would you say?
Oh, it's definitely Red or All Too Well from Red.
No, I meant from Tortured Poets.
Oh, well, same answer. I don't even know. Like, I can't remember the songs.
Oh. If I had to pick one, which I do because it's my question, uh, I think Florida is so good. I just love
Florida is
being
fun.
like, fuck me up, Florida. Like, that just hits for me.
Yeah, I like Taylor Swift, like, because it's fun to sing to her songs, like, sing along to them, you know?
Yeah.
Um, so a lot of them I like just to sing along to, but I don't know if I have a favorite. I like the Black Dog.
Yeah.
The Bolter is fun to sing along to, also.
So Long London, I really enjoy, although it's more of a quiet one.
That one was really big for me when I quit my job because it was literally
Hmm.
like saying goodbye to all of this that was paying me a lot of money.
Yeah,
So,
TBT.
it's not like I loved my job, but obviously it gave me a great life for a while. So in that
Yeah,
way, it's similar.
absolutely. Um, I also really, really like I Can Do It With a Broken Heart.
That one I don't love as much. My sister loves that song.
Yeah, I mean, it's very radio, but it hits for me.
Yeah. Well, at the risk of going to a Taylor Swift analysis episode, because truly we could do that. But
Well, this has been fun. I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving.
oh, I hope you have a amazing Thanksgiving.
Thank you. I actually do have good plans, so we'll see how we do. I'm a little stressed out about it, but it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. I'm scared about like so you're gonna be gone for Thanksgiving in like the entire week or
Hmm.
well because you're going Miami, London.
Miami, London, New York. I'm gone like a full 2 weeks.
Oh my god, you're doing a full Tortured Poets. Florida and London.
Yes, that's true. Well, that's it.
Thanks everyone for listening. We hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving week, which is the week this episode comes out. Um, we have new episodes every Tuesday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Please follow us, Baby That's Kant, on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. You can also find us on our own Instagram accounts. I'm at Jojo Patron, and Kip is at Queen Kip.
Bye, everyone. See you next Tuesday.